This is a 225 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney Mr. Plum, capital P-L-U-M-M. Defense attorney Ms. M.S. period West, capital W-E-S-T. And we'll start with plaintiff attorney. Ready? Here we go. Mr. Orth, could you tell us how are you employed, sir? Patrol Sergeant with Orange County Sheriff's Department. How long have you worked for Orange County? Just under 10 years. And were you employed in a law enforcement area before that? No. What are your duties with the department at this time? As I said, I'm a Patrol Sergeant for the Patrol Division, General Traffic and Criminal Work. All right, Sergeant Orth, I'm going to direct your attention to May 5th of 2006. Ask if you were employed with Orange County at that time. Yes, I was. Were you in about the same job? Yes, on that date. In fact, sometime just before 11 in the morning. Were you called to a property known as the Burke Junkyard? Yes, I was. And did you proceed to that scene? Yes, I did. Do you recall about what time you got to that scene? About 10:59 hours, 10:59 a.m. Tell the jury what you did when you got to that scene, please. I went down to the southern part of the property, the southeastern part of the property, where I was flagged down by two white females who were later known as Pam and Nick Sturm. As you testify, I'm going to show you an exhibit which has already been received as exhibit number 86. There's a laser pointer in front of you, and you should feel free to, if you believe it will help your testimony or the jury's understanding, to use that laser pointer. First of all, exhibit 86, does that look familiar to you? Are you oriented all right when you look at that? That would be the house on the lower left-hand corner. Trailer, yes, the business, the entrance, I believe it's in the lower left-hand corner. Burke Road would be towards us if you're looking from north to south. Over here is where you are saying the main entrance is. If you come towards us down on the exhibit, Highway 147 would be off the screen to the bottom. Okay, all right, then I would have gone down the eastern side here down to the lower area. All right, Sergeant Orth, were you the first law enforcement officer, at least that you saw, that was on the Burke property itself? Yes, I was. Now you are using the pointer and you were showing, I think, the jury that you were going from what would be a northern direction, just along what would be the east side or the left side of the property. Is that right? Right. Can you show us the road that you were on, please? Here. All right. And again, the second record should show that you showed us that service road or drive on the eastern edge of the property. Where was it that you stopped your car? I stopped the car right where Pam and Nick Sturm were standing, which is in the southeastern part on the property. Do you recall any piece of equipment being close to that location? There was a car crusher in that general area. Did you see these women when you got there? Yes, I saw them. They were trying to get my attention. They were flagging me down. Let me ask Sergeant Orth if you were driving a marked or an unmarked patrol car. It was a fully marked patrol car. Tell the jury what you saw when you arrived. About that time, I saw Pam and Nick Sturm, both very upset as they were crying. They then directed me to the southern row of old cars, and one of the two had said that the car in question was about 10 cars in. Now, when you say the southern road, can you tell us what you are talking about on the picture? Yeah, if I zoom in a little bit here, tell me if that helps. There we go. They were about right around this area, and they were directing me to this southern row of cars, and the record should show that you are pointing to an area south of the pond, or what seems to be a body of water, which is also south of the crusher. Is that right? Yes. From, and maybe with this more zoomed in version of exhibit number 86, could you once again show us where you parked, and if you went on foot, which way you walked? I parked the squad car right in this general area near the crusher. I asked both Pam and Nick to stay at this location, and then I walked down this overgrown access road which led to the southern row of cars. Did you walk around the pond? That would be around the left of the pond. Yes, the southeast side. And again, Sergeant Orth, were there any other law enforcement officers at that location? No, I was the only one at that time. And were there citizens that were meeting with or speaking with either of the Storm women at that time? No. Tell us where you walked and tell the jury what you saw. I walked down this overgrown access road towards the car in question, a green or blue Dodge. I saw that the car did not have any license plate on the rear. As I got closer, it had two branches over the back of the car. It had an old wooden fence post propped up against the right rear tail light. It had an old car hood resting up against the right side rear fender. It had a piece of plywood propped up against the front right side fender. It had at least one branch over the roof and at least one branch over the hood of the car, so it was quite clear somebody tried to hide it. Was there anybody in that area or location when you got there? No one was in that area at all. Did you approach the car? I did approach the car on the right side and then looked in the front right side window looking for people. Looking for what? Looking for Anne. Was she in the car? Anne was not in the car. It seemed to be empty. Did you try to open any of the doors? No, I did not. Did you in any other way touch or move the car? No, I did not. After looking in the car and not finding a body, what did you do? At that time, my next goal was to just identify the car, so I walked around the rear of the car to the driver's side. Right, the word list. Orth, capital O-R-T-H. Orange County, capital O-R-A-N-G-E. New word, capital C-O-U-N-T-Y. Burke, capital B-U-R-K-E. Pam, Sturm. Pam, capital P-A-M. Sturm, capital S-T-U-R-M. Nick, capital N-I-K. Ann, capital A-N-N. Dodge, capital D-O-D-G-E. And that's it for the word list, and that will conclude our 225 Q&A practice test.